So we have some big news in relation to Transformers and the trading card game world. We just came off of 2 years ago with the end of the Transformers TCG with Wizards of the Coast and the power vacuum that was kind of created by the absence of that. And it was kind of a sad thing. I was a big fan of that TCG. I'm a big TCG guy with Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and of course the Transformer TCG goes back 25 years with me. And it was sad to hear that news, but I remember there was little rumblings going on behind the scenes with Hasbro, and it was reported back in September of 2020 that Renegade Game Studios was going to be entering a partnership with Hasbro, and they would be producing board games and card games for the license and the brand of Transformers. And this was reconfirmed when we had the Hasbro Fan First Friday, or the Fan Fest panel that we all watched together, where Hasbro was talking about their licensing and partners. And today is the day. This news comes courtesy of BoardGameGeek.com, and they confirmed that a Transformers deck building game will be coming out in the near future. We got to see at least some packaging and a general idea of what this is going to be about. Now, the packaging and the art style uses that of the Evergreen design, so a very Generation 1 flavor and aesthetic. So we pretty much know what that's going to be leaning into, which is favorable to what most people would want. And the designers here are Dan Blanchet and Mike Hyra. And it's going to be a 1 to 4 player game. Takes about 45 minutes to 90 minutes to play. Ages 13 and up. Art by Matt Frank, friend of the podcast. Used to work with IDW's Godzilla series. I think he still is doing new stuff with them. And of course, he did stuff within the Transformer brand. One of my first ever professional writing gigs with the Transformers brand was with Matt drawing it, and colors by friend of the podcast, also Thomas Deere, another equally talented individual. And from what we have from the press release here, essentially it says here, transform and roll out. The Autobots are the brave robot warriors hailing from the planet Cybertron. Their mission to stop the Decepticons from enacting all of their evil schemes on Earth. In the Transformer deck building game, you take your role as one of the mighty Autobots, travel and explore the Matrix, and transform between your different modes as you gain allies, find relics, and acquire technology to do battle with the Decepticons. But be warned, as your deck grows, more powerful Decepticons will rise to challenge you. The Transformers deck building game can be played competitively or at a co-op experience. This core set will begin your collection with everything you need to play, but a battle far from over, as the playable Decepticons are on their way to expand your game. Now, I want to emphasize something here for people that might be confused. So, deck building games are significantly different than TCGs. TCGs are something where you buy your blind packs. It's a tradable card game, or a CCG, a collectible card game. You buy packs, you build up a collection, and then you make decks out of them. Deck building games are usually stuff that in the box, you get everything. You get everything in one shot. It's almost like if Magic the Gathering was just one set of like 240 cards, you would have bought a box and get everything in one shot, and then you take it from there. So you have that all in one box. And how usually deck building games work, they're all kind of different, but in general, there is expansion sets, and those expansion sets within that ecosystem will usually be compatible with each other. There was a question posed to Dan Blanchet, because just this month coming up, Renegade Game Studios is going to have their Power Ranger deck building game coming out this month in May. Now, it's also Renegade Studios. It's also a Hasbro product. And if you look at the way the boxes are between the two, it's a very similar kind of even box shape and aesthetic. So I think if you want to get an idea of what this is going to be about, check out the Power Rangers one. It's already for sale on Amazon.com for $44.95, so about $45. So it gives you a bit of an idea of what we might getting ourselves into. And it's the same designers, so there might be a lot more to this than we think. But Dan Blanchet said that the Power Ranger one cannot be mixed with the Transformers one because there's different, I guess we could call it mechanics in the game. But there is plans to kind of have more crossover kind of stuff, and that's mostly due to the fact that Hasbro has said there will be doing also G.I. Joe and My Little Pony and other stuff with this company, so maybe the crossovers will happen there. But we shall see. We shall see. But essentially what it is you kind of get everything that you want right from the get-go, and then you kind of build up from there. And so it kind of creates an even playing field in terms of what every individual who plays this game has. It's more just a matter of how people want to strategize and tackle it, even though they have all the play pieces at their disposal. Where with TCGs, sometimes people, they don't have the best deck they could have due to financial reasons and because they don't have all the game pieces or cards that they need. So right now, we don't have a release date. We don't have a MSRP price point, but I'm not suggesting 100%, but I think maybe the Power Ranger one might be an indication of price. So if the Power Ranger one is $44.99, aka $45, I'm pretty sure it probably is in that same region, if you will. And we don't have a release date, but we'll probably learn more soon. And judging by what they said here, there probably is plans for Decepticon expansion packs, which will probably lead to that crossover and people being able to face each other. Again, it's not a TCG, it's a deck building game, which is similar but different. And in my opinion, financially better for us, where there's a lot less spending involved as opposed to buying booster boxes and having to really crack a bunch of packs just to get that one secret rare that you're looking for to make your deck better. This, you kind of get everything in one shot. Some people prefer the cracking of the pack aspect. Some people prefer the more board game-esque kind of aspect of everything in one box. But at the end of the day, it's another Transformers, not a trading card game, but a card game that we could all bite into and have something to play when the craziness in the world dies down and the game stores open up and all the mass gatherings could happen again and the Gen Cons and everything like that. So we're going to probably get more information. Probably chances are, as I just mentioned, like probably Gen Con, we might get more information. But judging by what I see here, it's going to be a very Generation 1 kind of aesthetic. And hopefully it's going to be a fun game. I hope to get more information. I might contact Renegade just to try to see if I could weed out some more stuff and learn more about this, because I was very big on the Transformer TCGs and every TCG that was related to Transformers in the past, even the 3D battle card game. Like, I was always into all that stuff. So this is the kind of the next step in a lot of ways for our brand, and we'll see what happens. But let me know what you think about this. Are you excited? Is there something that you want from this? Do you want maybe other expansion packs that could be maybe like Beast Wars related or animated if this really gets some legs? Let's see what happens, but this is the next step for Transformers in tabletop gaming.